What happened with you and Canelo? You guys were sitting with each other at the Oscar Valdez fight. What do you say to you?
Canelo is one of the greatest fighters that I've seen in all the time I've been in boxing. And not only that, he's a gentleman. I really enjoyed talking to him. We talked about Oscar Valdez's fight because he really was pulling for Valdez, and it made for a very enjoyable evening, really talking with Canelo. He knows boxing, obviously, and his insights about the fight were very, very good.
Wait, you said he wanted to fight. He wants to go up to 175 and fight your fighter, Arthur. Are you going to make that happen?
We never discussed that, but if he wants to do that, and I talked to Arthur Beterbiev,
Yeah.
I talked to him, he's very happy to accommodate. So it's up to Canelo, but believe me, I never talked to him about it.
Bob, can we get your official words on you had a hand in Manny's career about it ending officially?
Yeah, I think, you know, it was one of the great experiences of my career, promoting Manny Pacquiao and his fights. I was with him for about 15 years, something like that. He's a wonderful, wonderful human being. And more than that, I think he'll be a great president of the Philippines because he's honest, he has integrity, and he cares for the people. I mean, the people, if they don't elect him president, it'll be their loss. He should be president of the Philippines.
So if Canelo wins, plan.
People not be able to come over here. How's that going to affect y'all bottom line? Because we know this is a business for y'all.
No, that's not business. There's a point where somebody is your friend and is doing something that is extraordinary, running for president of his country, and I would certainly support him, but I really believe in
UK
him.
people not be able to come. Like,
What?
how that's going to affect the bottom line. UK people not be able to come here to watch the fight. How's that going to affect y'all bottom line on Saturday night with the attendance and all that stuff?
Well, I mean, let me tell you something. I've been after the government to lift the travel ban against Brits and Europeans, and finally they did. But despite me, they lifted it starting November, so it don't help me.
Okay.
Bob, real quick question. I know everybody want to know this question, but GMT in the red corner box. What's how you feel about this fiasco going with Teofimo Lopez and Cambosos? How this just blew up like that?
Let me tell you something. It is really a disservice to boxing.
Yes, sir.
I mean, Teofimo and Cambosa saw all of this money, and they were happy when the first bid came in. But you have a company in Drilla that didn't know anything about promoting boxing, and they were sort of, I think, a fly-by-night outfit. And I am going to lobby all of these organizations to allow, the only promoters to allow on a purse bid are promoters who have done at least one championship fight in that organization.
Yes, sir.
So at least they have some basis for what to do and what the rules are and so forth. And you know, that's not to cut down bidding. I mean, a lot of companies have done at least one fight, and they can bid. But if they just come out of nowhere, put a couple of dollars down, say they're promoters, and then put a bid in, you get what you got with this whole thing with Lopez and Kevin.
Hey Bob, I think you called it the Usyk beating Joshua.
What?
I believe you called Usyk beating Joshua. I just want to get your reaction to the...
Well, I'm not surprised at all. I mean, I'm a big friend of Usyk's because of Lomachenko. And I've spent a lot of time with Usyk, who's an extraordinarily intelligent guy, very funny, terrific guy. But I also know that he is a master technician, the same way Lomachenko is, and they've been taught by Lomachenko's father. And so I wasn't surprised at all that he did the number he did on Joshua. And if they fight again, the same thing's going to happen.
How's that fight look if it's Fury and Usyk, Bob?
What?
How does the fight go with Tyson and Usyk?
Well, again, Tyson unlike a lot of the big heavyweights, Tyson knows how to box. And that will take away some of Usyk's advantage. However, Usyk really is such a good boxer, and he's a southpaw, and a lot of these heavyweights don't have the great confidence when they fight a southpaw.
We saw Tyson have some problems with Wallen last year.
You saw that, right? Exactly. I mean, that's why Eddie Hearn is doing that fight with Dylan White and Wallen the end of the month, and he thinks it's a cakewalk. Wallen's going to win the fight. I mean, easy. He's going to win the fight.
How's the fight going to go down? What round is he going to knock him out?
That I don't know, but I know that Tyson's going to go out to put a... Listen, if you're a smart guy like Tyson is, you don't sit around. The mistake he made the first fight, you stay around. You're staying around in the ring with a guy that has a gun, that can shoot you at any time and knock you out and devastate. Wilder has a gun with him all the time. I don't mean that, a gun being the punch. Yeah, right. And if you stay around long enough, he can land that punch, and it's a devastating punch. So what do? You try to get him out early and to beat him down so he can shoot you with the gun.
Hey Bob, Crawford and Porter, can you just promote that real quick?
Yeah, Crawford and Porter, that's a terrific fight. It's almost sold out. I mean, it's a real fight, I think Crawford is a sensational fighter, as he's proved. But, nobody that he's faced will have put pressure on him the way Porter can. So it's a terrific fight, and it could really go either way. But it's a fight, if you have any kind of interest in boxing, it's a fight you want to see.
Yes, sir. You think the winner could be Josh Taylor at 147?
Terrence is a free agent after this fight. What's the chances of him resigning?
Look, Terrence is a free agent. What we've done, and that we've hurt the sport, is sign these long-term contracts with the fighters. Throughout the great years in boxing, Hagler, Hearns, Leonard, Durant, it was one fight by one fight. So obviously, if Terrence wins the fight, and I can come up with a good second act for him, he's going to sign for that second act. If I don't, some other promoter does, he'll sign with that other promoter. That's the way it should be.
So if Fury wins, what's next for him?
Yeah. What?
If Fury wins, what's next for him?
Well, that, again, the truth is that we have punted all of the talk about the next fight for Fury until afterwards. So I haven't got a foggiest idea.
It's not Usnik?
Until I talk to Fury. I mean, what good does it mean what I want to do, because it's what the fighter wants. And what he wants to do, I'll have to talk to him after the fight.
How difficult was it to negotiate the Porter-Crawford fight?
No, very easy, because we've established a good relationship with PBC. They're good guys, and we made a deal that everybody liked. BBC, ourselves, Porter, and Crawford. So the fighters are making a lot of money, and there'll be a lot of money to divide up with the fighters.
Well, what do you think of the Canelo Plant situation in the push?
Well, I think I got carried away. That's no good. But that's another good fight. I mean, Plant is not easy. Plant's a good fighter. I mean, Canelo, I think, is great. But that is a really interesting fight to watch.
Did you take anything from that presser, that confrontation?
That's bullshit. It just got carried away.
And lastly, what improvements, if any, do you expect from Deontay? I know you think Tyson's going to win, but what do you expect from Wilder?
I have absolutely no idea.
All right, guys. What do you expect next from Teofimo Lopez?
I think Teofimo, hopefully, he'll get that Cambosa fight on. I think the second bid was Eddie Hearns' Matchroom, and I talked to Eddie, and Eddie said he wants to promote that, do that fight. Good, we'll get that fight, and then I'll move Teofimo up to 140, and we have Josh Taylor out there, and a lot of great 140-pound fighters.
So Oscar Valdez is guaranteed to fight the winner, Jamel Herring, Shakur Stevenson?
Nobody is guaranteed anything. After the fight, if whoever wins the fight, Shakur or Jamal Herring, I'll sit down with them and see if they want to do the fight. But there's no guarantee in this business, and nor would I guarantee anything. I mean, Valdez mentioned that he wants to fight the winner. Great. I know Shakur, if he wins, wants to fight Valdez. But there's money involved, and we got to see if we can make that fight.
What was your thoughts on him failing the test?
It was total bullshit. Let me tell you something. The boxing commissions all over this country follow WADA. WADA is the World Anti-Doping Agency. And under the rules of WADA, the stuff that was found in Valdez's system, whatever, is okay. You're allowed to take it except in competition. You can't take it the day before, you can't take it when you fight. It's like marijuana. You can take marijuana before, you can smoke a joint, but you can't smoke it the day of the fight, the day before. That's the rule. This substance is the same as marijuana. I mean, same as marijuana as far as on the bit. Now, VADA looks just at a substance. So if you have marijuana in your system, they will report it. If you had this, they will report it. That doesn't mean you disqualify the fighter because of it. You know, it's different. Let's be honest about it. If this was a drug, a performance-enhancing drug that you are not allowed to take in training, at the fight, anytime, okay, then he should have been disqualified. But it isn't. And you got rules. And the Boxing Commission, Association of Boxing, says we will follow WADA. So how can you disqualify Valdez because he didn't do anything wrong?
Is Robson going to get his rematch?
Who?
Robson, the guy. Yeah, the Brazilian that lost to Valdez.
Why would he get a rematch?
Because everyone's mad that they're saying that he won.
It's a very close fight.
I didn't listen. He's my fighter also, the Brazilian. Robson Fonseca is my fighter also. I gave him the first 5 rounds, and then he started fucking and clowning around, and he lost the last 7.
Thanks, Bob.
Bob, real quick question. What you got in the future for FA, Jock, and Jared?